2025, Samsung reintroduced a button mobile that captivated the hearts of millions. In a world obsessed with touchscreens and ultra-sleek designs, Samsung dared to bring back a classic form, a button phone, but with the soul and power of modern technology. It was a breath of fresh air, a nostalgic masterpiece merged perfectly with the cutting-edge innovations of today. This Samsung button mobile quickly became a symbol of style, simplicity, and subtle sophistication. The phone's body was crafted with precision. It had a slightly curved design, fitting perfectly into the palm, providing a feeling of security that many modern users had long forgotten. Its surface had a soft matte finish, resisting fingerprints and smudges, yet feeling silky under the fingertips. The keypad was tactile, every button press giving a satisfying click. There was something incredibly comforting about feeling a real button move under pressure rather than tapping on unresponsive glass. Each key was spaced perfectly to prevent accidental presses, and the alphanumeric arrangement brought a wave of nostalgia to those who once mastered the art of fast texting without even looking at the device. Despite being a button phone, it was not lacking in technology. The display was a vibrant 2.8-inch AMOLED screen. Colors popped, text was sharp, and visibility under sunlight was excellent. Samsung had added a smart UI that was simple yet elegant. The home screen displayed essential information without clutter. Battery life, signal strength, date, and time were placed in the perfect spots. Navigating through the phone's menu was a breeze with the physical D-pad. The movement felt fluid, the transition smooth, and every command responded instantly. The Samsung Button Mobile of 2025 was not just about calls and messages. Samsung had equipped it with a basic yet powerful operating system capable of supporting essential apps. It had WhatsApp, a simple email client, a music player, and even lightweight versions of social media platforms. Everything was optimized to run smoothly without overburdening the phone's modest yet efficient processor. There was no lag, no unwanted notifications, and no complicated settings. It was pure, efficient communication in its finest form. Photography had not been ignored either. The rear of the device housed a single 12-megapixel camera with an LED flash. It captured surprisingly good photos in daylight, and the night mode did a decent job under low lighting conditions. Samsung had included a few basic editing tools right inside the Gallery app, allowing users to crop, adjust brightness, and apply simple filters. For many users, this was more than enough. The front camera, a humble 5 megapixels, was perfect for quick selfies and video calls. One of the strongest selling points of the Samsung Button Mobile was its battery life. Equipped with a 3000 mAh battery and a highly optimized operating system, it could last for up to a week on a single charge with moderate use. Heavy users could still expect 3 to 4 days without reaching for the charger. Charging was done through a USB Type-C port, a modern touch that ensured fast and reliable power delivery. Samsung had also focused heavily on call quality. The earpiece delivered crystal clear sound, even in noisy environments. Noise cancellation technology made sure the person on the other end heard only your voice, not the background chaos. Dual microphones and enhanced 4G connectivity ensured that every conversation was smooth and natural. Users found themselves talking for hours without fatigue, a testament to the ergonomic design and audio engineering of the device. Security had been upgraded as well. Though it was a button phone, Samsung had included a fingerprint sensor embedded subtly into the center button. It was quick and accurate. In addition to traditional PIN and password options, the fingerprint scanner added an extra layer of modern security. Data was encrypted automatically. For many users who did not trust the complexities of modern smartphones, this phone provided peace of mind. Durability was another major win for the 2025 Samsung Button Mobile. Built to withstand drops and everyday wear and tear, it carried an IP68 rating for water and dust resistance. Accidental drops into puddles or dusty environments did not faze this device. It was tough, rugged, yet stylish. The phone came in 3 classic colors: black, navy blue, and a special edition metallic silver. Each color had its own charm, and users loved showing off their devices as fashion statements. Music lovers found the Samsung Button Mobile a delightful companion. It had a headphone jack, a rare feature in 2025. The built-in music player supported a variety of formats including MP3, AAC, and FLAC. The external speaker was loud and clear, perfect for sharing tunes with friends. An FM radio app was pre-installed, and with the plug-in of wired earphones, users could tune into their favorite radio stations, reliving the simpler times when radio waves carried more magic than streaming apps. Storage was modest but sufficient. With 8 GB of internal memory and a micro SD card slot supporting up to 256 GB, users could store thousands of songs, photos, and messages. Samsung had even included a handy file manager to keep everything organized. Managing storage was simple and intuitive, with notifications alerting users when they needed to clear up space or move files to the SD card. The messaging experience on the Samsung Button Mobile was phenomenal. T9 predictive text made typing faster and more fun. Sending SMS felt like an art form once again. WhatsApp integration allowed users to stay connected without the distractions of a full-blown smartphone. Group chats, voice notes, photo sharing all worked smoothly. There was even a voice recorder app to send quick audio messages or to jot down thoughts when typing felt like too much effort. Samsung had thought of everything. The calendar app was simple yet effective, allowing users to set appointments, birthdays, and reminders. The alarm clock featured customizable tones, and the phone included a torch function accessible with a long press of the side button. Tools like a calculator, stopwatch, and even a basic note app were available out of the box. Samsung had carefully selected which features to include, ensuring none of them felt like bloatware. Gaming was basic but nostalgic. Pre-installed were a few lightweight games like Snake, Sudoku, and a modernized version of Tetris. They were perfect for killing time without the addictive traps of endless mobile games. Samsung kept the experience joyful, innocent, and fun, reminding everyone that sometimes the simplest games are the most enjoyable. The 2025 Samsung Button Mobile also supported Bluetooth 5.1, ensuring quick pairing with wireless headphones, car systems, and other devices. File transfers were speedy, and audio quality over Bluetooth was excellent. NFC support meant users could use basic contactless payments in stores that supported Samsung Pay Lite, a stripped-down but highly functional payment system designed specifically for this device. One of the most beautiful things about the Samsung Button Mobile was how it made people feel. It reconnected users with the joy of real conversation, face-to-face meetings, and moments of peace away from endless notifications. It brought balance back into lives overrun by digital chaos. It encouraged mindful communication, purposeful use, and a deep appreciation for simplicity. Samsung's marketing for the Button Mobile was brilliant. The advertisements showed people hiking, laughing with friends, spending time with family, living in the moment. The message was clear: this phone was not just a device, it was a lifestyle choice. It was for those who valued connection over consumption, presence over distraction. And the world responded with overwhelming enthusiasm. Parents bought it for their children, ensuring their first phone was safe, simple, and free of unnecessary exposure. Elderly users loved it for its ease of use and reliability. Busy professionals appreciated it as a secondary device dedicated to pure communication. Even tech enthusiasts found themselves charmed by its elegance, purchasing it as a weekend or vacation phone. Samsung provided excellent support for the Button Mobile. Regular software updates kept the system secure and stable. Accessories like stylish leather cases, screen protectors, and even wireless charging pads designed specially for the device became popular. The community around the phone grew rapidly, sharing tips, custom ringtones, wallpapers, and stories of how the Button Mobile improved their daily lives. The impact of the Samsung Button Mobile went beyond sales numbers. It started conversations about technology addiction, mental health, and the importance of digital detox. It reminded the world that more features did not always mean better experiences. Sometimes, stripping technology down to its purest form could unlock new levels of freedom and happiness. The Button Mobile became a cultural phenomenon. It appeared in movies, in music videos, and on the streets of every major city. Celebrities and influencers proudly showed off their button phones, sparking trends and reviving the art of T9 texting among younger generations who had never experienced it before. It became cool to unplug, to simplify, to disconnect in order to reconnect. Samsung had not just launched a phone. They had launched a movement. And at the center of it all was a small, sturdy, beautiful device with real buttons, real purpose, and real soul. As the sun set on the year 2025, the Samsung Button Mobile stood proudly as one of the most influential devices of its time. It was proof that sometimes, looking back could move you forward. It was a celebration of the human need for connection over convenience, for substance over style, for meaning over marketing. And in the hearts of millions who held that little button phone in their hands, it was more than a piece of technology. It was a reminder of what mattered most. It was a symbol of hope in a world that desperately needed to slow down, breathe, and remember how to live.